Capetonian singer-songwriter Kathryn Swain is joining me in studio. We are going to be chatting about her debut album, Little Box of Memories, and where you can see her next. Hello.
Hello, Jennifer.
How are you?
I am so good. How are you?
I'm very good.
Awesome.
Now, I have to ask you this.
Yes.
I read that you wrote your first song when you were 6 years old.
Yes. I mean, I call it a song, but I don't know how good it was.
Well, that was my next question. How on earth did you write a song when you were 6?
I don't know. I guess music's just like in my soul. So, you know, like I was busy like writing little tunes and notes and things like when I was small. But, you know. Yeah, I actually used to sing. I had like one of those Fisher Price toys. You could put the tapes in, you know, the old ones.
Yeah, I know.
And I used to sing on the microphone to those little songs, like walking around the house when I was about 4 years old. So.
I also used to do that.
Really?
The weird thing is you turned out to be a really great singer, and I turned out to be the worst one ever.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm really bad. I cannot hear a tune. I can't make a tune. I can't do it. I can't.
Well, hey, you have other talents, so
exactly.
You have nothing to worry about.
You can't be good at everything.
Aww.
Now, you've lived overseas. You've lived in the States and the UK.
Now, listen, I'm Capetonian. I'm South African through and through. But I certainly got a touch of the American rush because I lived in Nashville, Tennessee for about 5.5 years. And then we relocated to England, and I lived in Stratford-upon-Avon for about 15 months, and then back to Cape Town. So it was like 7 years abroad and then back home.
How old were you when you were doing these 7 years abroad?
Yes. Well, we moved to Nashville when I was 9.5 years old.
Okay.
So we relocated over there, and that was, it was actually, we kind of went as missionaries, like for ministry. My parents were at the church and that, so we went over to Nashville for that, and then business took us to England, and then back here in 2010,
Now, do you still carry some of those American and British influences with you?
Yes. What kind of influences are we talking?
Musically?
Oh, yes. Okay, when I was in Nashville, there's a Christian rock band called the Newsboys, and they've consequently like changed like players and that sort of thing, but there was a guy called Peter Furler, who was the lead singer of Newsboys, and he actually gave me my first little synth piano just to mess around on, just as a present. He said, go write some hits. I was like, cool, still trying to do that. So yeah, definitely. And then in England, it was more like just finding music for myself, really.
Now, we're speaking about your debut album, Little Box of Memories, today. You actually released it late last year. What was it like writing and producing your first album?
You know, it was incredible. I produced it with a guy called Duncan Mackay, who was with 10cc and played keyboards for Kate Bush and that back in the 70s. So I was working with someone who like really knew what they were doing. And it was very much a journey, you know, finding myself, I think as much as finding my first kind of sound. I like to see myself like a prism, you know, like one of those prisms, like the source of light is my inspiration. And then it like facets out into all these beautiful colors, which is like genre and rhythm and all those different things. So this is very much the kind of first attempt of Kathryn Swain finding her sound, I would say.
What would you call your genre?
I would call it alternative pop. But for fun, APWAM. Alternative, because alternative pop with a message. APWAM girl.
I like that.
Thank you.
Now, who do you listen to? Where do your influences musically come from?
Yes. Oh gosh, I listen to loads of different people. I think when I was small, we went on a lot of road trips as a family. So thankfully I like driving. It'll help me when I start touring. But I listen to the Beatles quite a lot. So you'll hear like that kind of sound. Johnny Clegg, I love Johnny Clegg. Grew up listening to him and Savuka and all that jazz. And then like pop side of life, I love Rihanna, Celine Dion.
She's Canadian. I'm Canadian.
Oh, awesome. That is really cool. Awesome. Yeah, but I mean, that's just to name a few, you know. So, yeah.